Hey guys, Elisa Massey here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins, a Codex video that I only just realized may not be very long. Oh, there's some more stuff. I didn't know entirely how much stuff I had and hadn't unlocked. So, without further ado, I saw Archdemon, okay, Rage Demon, and Wild Sylvan. Okay. We haven't done this since the tree stuff. Okay. So, Rage Demon. Encountered in the Fade, the true form of a Rage Demon is a frightening sight, a thing of pure fire, its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes two pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and the most powerful of its kind are able to lash out with bolts of fire and even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple: attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demons carry over their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts, but otherwise the true form is mostly seen outside of the Fade when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do his bidding. Wild Sylvans. For demons crossing over into our world, mankind is not always the preferred prey. Possessing humans means risking encounters with powerful mages and Templars, as well as other complications. Some demons find it far easier to seek out animals or even plants, assuming that these will make as suitable a host as a human. Those that possess trees are known as Wild Sylvans. If Sylvans are demons, then what was with the Grand Oak? Why was the Elder Tree so nice? Generally, only demons of rage, the weakest of the demon hierarchy, will become a Sylvan. That makes even less sense! Once they do, they must spend a great deal of time twisting and molding the host in order to make it mobile, and once they have there should be a comma there, the Sylvan is a powerful and deadly opponent. Other, more intelligent spirits... Move that comma, please. Other, more intelligent spirits have also been known to become Sylvans. I'm sorry, the punctuation on this is throwing me off. And are generally much less violent, but these are rare. Okay, that answered my question. Slow but immensely powerful, Wild Sylvans prefer to lay in ambush, waiting for a victim to become lost, tired, or trapped before closing in for the kill. They hide among regular trees, nearly undetectable until they begin to move and to reach. When they do come to life, as some travelers say, they stand tall, roots forming into legs and feet, and branches stretching out into lashing arms. Of course. When not presented with a living target, however, it has been noted that Sylvans often fall into a form of dormancy, perhaps brought upon by the nature of their tree host. While mobile, they normally return to wherever they were rooted once their prey has been killed. For both these reasons, a forest that has Sylvans within can become incredibly dangerous to pass through for very long periods of time. Okay, so that's what we have. Creatures, magic, and religion. The only one who we have is Mythal. Mythal, the Great Protector. Elgar'nan had defeated his father, the sun, and all was covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elgar'nan sought to console his mother, the Earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed. But the Earth knew that without the sun, nothing could grow. She whispered to Elgar'nan this truth, and pleaded with him to release his father, but Elgar'nan's pride was great, and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mythal walked out of the sea of the Earth's tears and onto the land. She placed her hand on Elgar'nan's brow, and at her touch he grew calm, and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elgar'nan went to the place where the sun was buried and spoke to him. Elgar'nan said he would release the sun if the sun promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. The sun, feeling remorse at what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky and shone his golden light upon the earth, Elgar'nan, and Mythal. And with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back to life all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed, and they grew and thrived. And that night, when the sun had gone to sleep, Mythal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed it into a sphere to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory. From the Tale of Mythal's Touch, as told by Gisharl, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. It's probably a good thing this one isn't going to be as long, because I'm fumbling. Okay, so we have new information. I'm pretty sure from Alistair, because I think this is new. New for Leliana. Nothing new from Oregon? So Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has a fondness for strange runestones and figural studies of arcane creatures. Was that because of a gift I gave him? I don't know. Leliana takes care to honor the Lutheran cloister that took her in and keeps symbols of Andraste's blessing close to her heart. That we found out when we gave her the flower, I think. Books and songs. I don't remember Adventures of the Black Fox. So either this is new and we go over it now, or it's old, I forgot, we go over it again and it helps pad out the video. Born Lord Remy Vascal in 863 Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legend. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero of the common people. His initial exploits involved ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful lord of Valshavine. Where Valshavine sounds right because, especially for mask, it's gotta be Orlais, right? Did this say Orlais? I don't know. I'm assuming Orlais. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the Lord's plans to the point that the Lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of this cunning fox, the origin of the nickname which stuck. That the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carolus, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times, is one of the most popular tales told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish, until Carolus becomes so furious at the Black Fox's inexplicable ability to survive that the cunning Remy gains the upper hand, which impresses Carolus so much that the bounty hunter joins him. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and foiling his tax collectors, a favorite pastime of Remy's, according to the Orlesian commoners. I was right, it was Orlais! Sorry. Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover, Servana de Montfort, in some versions of the tale a mage of the circle no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Servana, and together they escaped Orlais. In this period of Remy's adventures, he appears almost everywhere in Thedas. As his legend grew, more innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and performed some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the Lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue in Navarra, and was hunted by the crows of Antiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful mage in Tevinter. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then, inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions Carolus and Servana, the wise dwarf Bolek, and the tempestuous knight Sir Clementus have each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that at some point the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of the Arlathan forest, seeking the sunken city of the elves, and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what ultimately happened to them in that forest, and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. From The Adventures of the Black Fox by Gaston Gerald, 9/11 Dragon. We have the First Blight, Chapter 1. Pretty decent length. Thedas is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princes of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Anderfells. But in my travels, I have found one tale that unifies the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. At the height of its power, the Tevinter Imperium stretched over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical Magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of elven slaves and humans alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tales of their excess is so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds, but whatever the reason, the Magisters dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared, or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness, the very first of the Dark Spawn. The Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City, a reminder of all that man's pride has cost. From the Tales of the Destruction of Thedas, by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. Now, notes. Are those... Okay. Correspondence Interruptus, a collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. My elf root, the herbalist, suggests powdered bronto horn. I was very discreet, your sunflower. What? Was that a quest thing? Uh-huh. What is a King's Confidant? Oh, anyway. So yeah, this was a short Codex video, and I'm sorry about that, but, from the way that I was stumbling, that was probably a good thing. I was running a little behind, so I didn't have really the opportunity to get a full video, of gameplay today. So this means it'll probably be a little while before the next Codex video, but on the bright side, we're up to 3 Dragon Age videos a week now, so we'll be back with a normal video for it on Wednesday, which is Christmas, oddly enough. Anyway, if you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe tap that notification bell to get notified every time I upload. See you on the flip side. Elisa out.